You got a photo of him on there.
Support our protest today. We're here supporting the revolutionary movement in Venezuela, fighting for socialism, fighting for education, fighting for housing, fighting for healthcare, fighting for genuine workers' control of our lives. Venezuela, Cuba today stand in stark contrast to what is happening in Britain. In Britain, working class people have no control over their existence. People are forced on the scrap heap of unemployment. After university, people are lumbered with massive debts. People in social housing are facing eviction and debt and court proceedings. The position of uncertainty for working class people in Britain is growing in employment, in housing, in healthcare, in not knowing whether the NHS is going to survive the next 5 or 10 years of Labour and Tory governments. We're here to defend the gains of the Bolivarian revolution in Venezuela. We stand with the people of Latin America who are fighting to build an alternative. And we're saying we need to bring this message to people in Britain. We need to build this message and build a movement in Britain to fight austerity, to fight capitalism, and to fight for a revolutionary alternative, to build housing, to invest in the future of ordinary people. Come and support our campaign, sign a petition, find out more about what's happening in Venezuela. Don't let the British media blackout affect your view of what's happening in Venezuela. In the last few weeks, the opposition in Venezuela, which is bankrolled financially by the US and by the European Union, has been destabilizing Venezuela. They've created violence, they've created a so-called protest movement which aims to bring down the gains of the Venezuelan revolution. The British government and the US government and the European Union lecture other countries about democracy and fairness, when in reality they're supporting reactionary movements around the world which are fighting to bring down what people have achieved. Working class people in Venezuela have achieved massive things because they've been fighting back over the last few years. Under Hugo Chavez, the Venezuelan people pushed for housing, they pushed for healthcare, they pushed to be educated, and they pushed for more control over their lives in work and elsewhere. The Venezuelan people are fighting for an alternative to capitalist greed, to austerity, to a world of crisis and warfare. The right wing in Venezuela, fully supported by the British government, by the US government and by the EU, is a reactionary movement, and we're here to stand with the people of Venezuela who have voted more than 17 times for social movements, for socialism and for social justice. Come and support the struggle in Venezuela and bring the struggle to the streets of Britain.